Hey, Chuck here, Corner Store Car Collector, and I am back with another video. So as I continue to go through this collection that I picked up a few weeks ago, as I was kind of thumbing through some cards, separating them, I started thinking about my series that I started about 6 or 8 months ago called A Peek into My Collection, where I show off different sets in my collection. And I was thinking, I haven't done one of those videos in quite some time, so you know what? I decided I wanted to do one tonight. So I'm going to be talking about my 1961 Topps football set. But before I do that, I want to show a couple of signatures that I found within this collection. One of them is a nice Goose Gossage one, and I also have a Post-it booklet there that has probably 20 to 30 signatures on there. The majority of them I can't really make out because I don't really know baseball autographs. However, there are some on there that are pretty legible and you can read them. So when I get finished, I'm going to go ahead and Google their names and figure out if they're somebody that I would know. All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and turn the camera around. I'll show you some of the autographs that I've come across, and then I will also show you the 1961 Topps football set that I have. All right, let me go ahead and turn my camera around. All right, so let me go ahead and show you what I found yesterday as I was going through. It was basically it looked like a shoebox, like a pair of boots, like Uggs or something like that. But I was thumbing through there, pulling out a bunch of cards. The majority of them were from the 1990, I think, or 91 Donruss baseball set. But I did come across a couple of cool items in there. The first one is this pamphlet here. And it's just full of autographs in it. I'm not really sure who they all are, but I'll flip through some of these. Can't make that one out. Actually, this top one there looks like there's a couple of them on there. There are jersey numbers. I would imagine they're jersey numbers, but I can't make the names out. So I'll try and figure these guys out. But if any of you recognize any of these signatures, I would love you to place a comment in the comment box and let me know who they are. Otherwise, I'm going to try and Google them and figure it out. Don't know who that one is. Like I said, there's probably 20 or 30 of them inside this binder here. Not sure what that one is. Ron something, number 62. There's another one, number 17. I'm assuming these are baseball autographs. Here's a nice legible one. Can't really make it out. Number 20. This one right here. At first, when I first saw this, I thought it said Joe DiMaggio, which I'm absolutely positive it wasn't, but it just kind of looked like it. I'm not sure who that might be, though. There's another one. Not sure who that is. Here's one on the back side, Billy Bell. Easy one to see. Don't know who he is, but I'll Google his name afterward. I got another one. Somebody who puts hang time. Not really sure who that would be, but I mean, that's a slogan that maybe one of the players had back then, so it might be easier to identify. There's another one. Not really sure on that one. Here's an easy one. Here's Brian Lowe, number 4. Johnny Mead, number 91. I'm not sure if these are college players, if they're Major League Baseball players, or if they're even baseball. I'm not really sure. Here's another one. It looks like there's 2 signatures on here, number 35 and number 68. I'll have to look those up. I think I can make them out. There's another one, Robert Hayes, maybe, number 93. Here's another one, Drew Hill. I know Glenn Allen Hill, but I'm not sure who Drew Hill is. Here's another one, Tom something. Like I said, if any of you recognize any of these signatures, I would love to have you drop a comment in the comment box. Let me know who they are. Here's another one, Aaron something, number 51. And here's number 90, not sure who it is. I apologize for the dirt in my nail. I was messing around with some nuts and bolts at work today and trying to help a guy get some grease all over it and couldn't get it all off my fingers, so I apologize for that. Here's another one, not sure, looks like Vincent maybe, number 37. Not really sure who that one is. And then on the back there's another one, and it's number 1, so not really sure who that is. Anyways, yeah, I found that buried in some cards. And then this one is a really cool one. This one is Goose Gossage, and it's autographed on a napkin. This napkin opens up and it displays a baseball bat that goes across the thing there. But yeah, it's a cool signature of Goose Gossage. I know he was a pitcher, maybe late 60s and through the 70s, maybe into the early 80s. I think he was a New York Yankee. But yeah, that's a pretty cool signature right there of Goose. Pretty neat. All right, so those are the signatures that I've came across, and now let's go ahead and get into my 1961 Topps football set. All right, so this set, which is sitting right here, this set contains 198 cards, which 3 of them are checklist cards. This is the first year where it contains both NFL and the newly formed AFL cards in it. So far, I have 146 of the 198 cards, and I do have 5 of them that are graded. I don't have all of them in my binder because I have a few of them that are in PSA graded sleeves getting ready to be sent off to PSA when I get a chance. So I think I have probably 7 or 8 of them that are waiting to get graded, so you won't see those in the binder. Some of the key rookies in this set include Don Maynard, Jim Otto, Tom Flores, John Brody, Art Powell, and Lionel Taylor. Those are all rookies in there. There's also other minor rookies, but those are the major rookies for this year's edition. Hall of Famers, obviously you have the Johnny Unitas, the Bart Starrs, you got Wade Tittle, Jim Brown, and there's just a slew of other Hall of Famers in this set. This is the first set, the 1961 Topps football set. This is the first set that had genuine inserts in it. The inserts were stickers. There were 48 stickers that were inserted through the 2 series. There were 15 NFL team logos or team cards. There were 9 AFL team logos or team cards. And then there were 24 college team logos or team cards. There's also 12 of the NFL cards or those stickers that have variations, along with 2 different ones from the AFL. And then there were also 9 of them from the college. So they had variations to the stickers. I haven't seen any. I don't own any myself. As a matter of fact, before I did my research on this, I didn't even know that there was a sticker set that came in the 61 Topps set. So that was something new that I learned. The printing and distribution was done in 2 series. The first series was card number 1 through number 132. And then the second series was 133 to 197. Series 2 is much more scarce and hard to find, with the hardest card being number 166, which is the Jack Kemp card. At the time he was with the San Diego Chargers, that being the most challenging to find. I do have that card in this binder. It's not in very good condition. I've had it for a long time. It is in this set though, so you'll get a chance to see it. The most common distribution was done in the form of 1-cent packs or a 5-cent pack. So if you paid a penny for a pack, you basically got a card in it. Usually they came from the old vending machines where you put a penny in and it would spit out a card. Or you could get a 5-cent pack that had 6 cards in it and then 1 insert card. There are small defects on a handful of cards that were uncorrected in both series. The majority of them happened in Series 1. And then also, I didn't know this either about the 61 Topps set, but all the Houston Oilers cards are considered to be error cards because all of the players are in pink uniforms. So when we come across some of the Houston Oilers cards that I have, we'll check those out. Pink uniforms had to have been a color defect or something when they were printing the cards. I do notice that on the majority of my cards that there's a lot of bleeding that takes place, so you'll see some of the colors staining the white border around the front of the card. Some other common issues with the 61 set is chipping on the back of the card, so the back has a lot of blue on it, so that was one of the more common things, was the chipping. And then also the fish eyes or the white spots on the front of the cards with the really deep solid colors. Okay, so that's a little bit about the 1961 Topps football set. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what I have. So like I said earlier, I do have 5 graded cards so far. So we'll start out with the first one, card number 1, which is the Johnny Unitas. I have it in a PSA 5. As you can see, the background, very bright colors, very vibrant. All of my cards aren't like this. Obviously, I do have a lot of work to do on this set. I still need about 52 cards to complete the set, but there's other cards that are way off center. Some of them have creases and that. So this was one of the first sets that I worked on as a young adult. We'll say that. As a young adult, so I didn't pay a lot of attention to this set. And then if you look on the back of the card, you'll see the blue borders. The majority of the card is blue. It has a little picture frame thing in here where you could take a coin, rub it across, and an image would appear. Anyway, so here's card number 1, the Johnny Unitas, and a PSA 5. Here's a PSA 5 of Sam Huff, another Hall of Famer. And the majority of the cards are just headshots. I think there are probably less than 15 or 20 action shots in the set, but yeah, the majority of them are headshots. This backside of Sam Huff's card. Anyway, Sam Huff in a PSA 5. Next is George Blanda. I also have him in a PSA 5. Here's the Don Maynard rookie. Got him in a PSA 6. And then my final graded card is a Buffalo Bill card. Ken Rice. Pretty crazy to see the different types of helmets. The image on this card here displaying that helmet is much different than what the helmets look nowadays. Much different. Doesn't even have a face mask on it. I think they had face masks on the helmets in the early 60s. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at some videos. Yeah, here's a card that displays one of the pictures. Obviously this card's been scratched already. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into the binder. Get rid of some of these cards over here. Alright, so they're in numerical order. As you can see, card number 1 I just showed you, that was a Johnny Unitas card. There's Lenny Moore, lots of Hall of Famers in here. You got the Raymond Berry, Jim Parker, the Gino Marchetti. Bill George, I think Doug Akins. Eddie LeBaron up top here. Only card in the page. Alex Karros on the bottom. Joe Schmidt. Let me see if I can find a card. Yeah, this one right here is a classic example on the Alex Karros. As you can see, the card where a lot of the bleeding affected the border. I mean, this card is a pretty mint card. There's nothing wrong with this card. Corners are sharp, just a little bit off center, top to bottom. Left and right is pretty decent, but you can see during the printing, for some reason, it caused the card to bleed. Yeah. All right, moving on. Got some team cards here. Here's an action card up top here. Ollie Matson, Hall of Famer. Push this out a little bit. There you go. I think this is Bobby Mitchell's 3rd or 4th year card. Hall of Famers on this page. Hall of Famer down here. I think Jimmy Ray Smith might be a Hall of Famer. Charlie Connerly. Get that off there. Sonny Jurgensen. I think that's his 3rd year card. Chuck Bernardic up top here. John Henry Johnson. Bobby Lane. Here's one of the team checklists. Or not the series checklist. Okay, now we're starting to hit the AFL cards. So 132 right here. So we're starting at 133 to 197. So these are all the AFL teams. Looks like the Houston Texans are in a, or Dallas Texans, I'm sorry, the Dallas Texans has a pink jersey on. Here's the Houston Oilers card. Let's look at their pink uniform. Get this card out. Yeah. I'm not sure what their uniforms looked like back in 1961, but I can almost bet it wasn't in pink jersey. Okay, so that's one of them. Here's another Houston Oilers card. Pink jersey. So it looks like I only have 2 of the Houston Oilers cards right now. Art Powell down here. A few of my Buffalo Bills cards. Here's the Jack Kemp card. I'll put this one out here. It's not in very good shape. Way off center, top to bottom. Corners are pretty dinged up. Got a little spot on the card up here. So this card appears to be the most challenging card to get in the 2nd series. Card number 166, which is the Jack Kemp card. Jack Kemp finds his way to the Buffalo Bills in 1964, and after being there for a year or two, he wins 2 AFL championships. So last time we had the glory was back in the mid-60s. But anyways, Jack Kemp, number 166, is supposedly the most challenging card to pull as a short print card. Here's a Paul McGuire card. I think that's his second year card down here. This Jim Otto card is the same image as his Flair rookie card. Exact same image, just a different background. Yeah, same image, just different background. Card doesn't seem like it ever had any gloss on it. Anyway, that's my Jim Otto card. I don't know if this is considered his rookie card or not for Topps. I don't know if it was 60 or 61. Anyway, Tom Flores, another one. Another recent Hall of Famer. I think he got in 2020 or 21. Quarterback for the Raiders. I think for the Raiders, this being their either first or second season. I want to say it was their second season. They played in 60, or maybe the AFL was just recently formed in 60 and they played in 61. I'm not really sure of all that, but I know this is only the first or second year for the Raiders, along with the Bills and 6 other teams. There's a Lionel Taylor rookie card. All right, so that's it. That's all the cards that I have for the 1961 Topps football set. Again, one more time, I'm going to just run by the 5 graded ones that I have. I got this Ken Rice. I also have one in the binder. Got this Don Maynard rookie. I have this George Belanda. Sam Huff. And card number 1 is a Johnny Unitas. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier when I was showing you the autographs, if any of you recognize or know any of those autographs that I showed, I don't know if I went through them too fast or not, but I gave pretty good sights of them, so hopefully some of you can recognize them. And if you do, please just put a comment in the box, let me know what the names are. If you think what the names are, that way I can Google them and kind of learn about that player. Alright, so with that being said, this is the first time that I've done a peek into my collection episode, so I'm going to start continuing to work my way through the 60s now. So next up is going to be my 1962 Topps football set. That one has the Fran Tarkenton rookie in it. That's one of the main ones. So we'll be talking to you soon. Alright, hope you liked the video.